This is a conversation with an 11-year-old boy Indigo Sasha, with whom everyone has communicated, in one of the internet forums. There are 295 very different questions related to all topics. Part 1. How do you see the future of the Earth and humanity? Good, unless people start a war. Why can it start? Because people have a strange energy that they don't understand. It can kill. Is it worth waking up other people, or is it everyone's business? Yes, it is necessary. People are constantly helped, but they often don't listen. Sometimes they don't want to wake up, and then they stop being woken up. We feel sorry for people who can't wake up but want to. Can you explain what kind of energy is it? This is Thea. It looks like a ball with 3 rings. The rotation speed of the rings is higher than the speed of the particle. He doesn't know how to call it. A similar word is Albis. Energy comes from the sun at regular intervals. It is distributed over the Earth and not only over it. Most of all on Saturn. There is such energy on other planets as well. Where did people come from? Humans were brought to the Earth 12,437 years ago. This is the exact date of those who observed it. Then many others communicated with people. People are not simple beings. They have a lot of friends. Will people get better or stay the same? When will the changes end approximately? When will everything calm down? People will only get better when they stop dividing things up incorrectly. Now they are doing everything wrong, unfairly. The changes have just begun. They will end when you are gone. People will change so much that they will not recognize themselves. They will change for the better. Do knowledge exist by itself or are they created? Knowledge exists by itself in the world we live in. There are no knowledge outside the world. They are created by those who create life on the stars and planets. You need to be able to use knowledge. Now we have come to explain and teach you how to do it. Then we will leave, and people will do it themselves. The Earth has a whole book of knowledge. People don't use it much. It hinders them that they can't read. The book is written in a language that people have divided. Now you need to bring it together again. What is it necessary for this? Does this have to do with the energy coming from the sun? Small changes come from the sun to existing knowledge. In general, the sun is dangerous for you. Soon it will do harm. For people change, they need to remove what they have divided the world with. And many people laugh when you speak seriously. It also interferes. Moreover, you must not quickly forget, because then it becomes difficult to remember. Why do people do everything wrong? Were they brought such to the earth? Or did they fall asleep? People are sleeping. This dream is sick. People used to be different. Sometimes I'm afraid of people. Many of them are angry and unpleasant. They don't know it, but I can see it. My friends are also afraid of them. But people aren't all like that. When they were brought here, they were very different. I've seen them like this. They are kind and good. That's why I love them. How did people divide the world? They became weak. A weak seeks a strong, and a strong seeks a weak again. Those who settled people did not think that they would start fighting for the world that they just gave them. They consider it their own. But it is already theirs. My mother also gives me good toys. How much time as you feel is left until the transition? It will be soon. But this is not a transition. This is change. It is not the first time when it happened. I can't tell you the exact date, because people will start to worry a lot and make mistakes. How will it go? A gradual increase in the vibration level or a sharp jump? Change is not fast for humans, but fast for the sun and its planets. Few people feel and understand what will happen. It is better that no one understands, except those who are able to be useful in what is happening. Others will get in the way because their understanding is too slow. What role will people play in this? What depends on us? So can we speed up the process? Those who know what will happen will be used. A large light, a large flash, will give them a sign. They will hear it, see it, and understand it. The others will understand nothing. The time of teaching has passed. Those who studied well will be useful. The others will be watching. The main strength is of those who studied well. You won't need the strength of mind, your arms and legs. The power of this will not be needed at all. People will become weaker. At this time, they need help, otherwise they will be very few. I can't tell you what to do. This will be known during the flash. Are indigo representatives of light, darkness, or the third? Indigo is neither light nor dark. We are on the earth temporarily. We will not stay on it. We only help you to get through the flash. After that, you will become strong yourself. You have the knowledge on the earth for this, but you do not use it well. We are from the world that is behind the limit. This limit will never be reached by you. People can't live in our world. They will disappear quickly because we don't have time. You need time. We don't need it. The limit ends where the light begins. Are there any indigos on the earth who don't know who they are? There aren't many of them. They have not yet learned what they do on earth. How much do indigos differ from people? You can take as an example a bearded enlightened wise man. Indigo on their physical capabilities are people. But when they think, they don't look like people. A smart person can be completely different from the mind of such children. The mind of an indigo covers everything that people call earth, and the mind of a simple intelligent person consists of knowledge that are received from other people or from books. Indigo have good sensibility. People are very cold in their feelings. How to find out who is indigo? Indigo can only be recognized by those who are similar to them or those who created them. There are also intermediaries. They are outside of humans and indigo, but they know everything about them. I can see indigo by the color. It is goldish and has a shape that I understand as the sign, unfortunately, cannot be transferred. Moreover, indigo constantly change the light brighter or darker. People can't do this. Are there indigo anywhere in the universe except the Earth? No, there aren't. Indigo appear only on the Earth. They live only a moment in comparison with the universe. Earth is the only place where such as them can appear. The same applies to people. How do your parents treat you? Surrounding people? Do you tell anybody about yourself? My parents don't like me to talk about what I see. They say it's fiction and nonsense. They also tell me to study more and have less my head in the clouds. I don't tell people much. I can't. I'm not allowed. When there is a person whom I can tell, I'm shown, and I know that I can talk to. There is light from a such person, too. This person can speak with signs. Why do you tell? Why do you need this? I am telling this because there will be changes on the earth soon. I was told to tell you again. This is going to be real. If you understand what is happening, you will be able to move on. I'm also interested in finding glowing people. It's possible to talk to them in a distance. They always understand each other. There are those among you who have the ability to understand what is coming. If we think about it together, it will become easier to understand. How will you live in the future? I don't know. I know I will live. What are the most important qualities or abilities for a person right now? The most important thing for a person now is not to be afraid of changes. Everything that is happening must happen. People can only choose where they will be at this time. The best qualities are calmness, understanding, and kindness. You can't let people do bad things yet. These people need to be stopped. And you need to learn to take care of your things. Isn't it too late to develop these qualities now? It's not too late to develop them. But it is very difficult to become calm. All people are very worried about different things. And when people do bad things, everyone sees it, but they don't talk about it. This will be the most difficult. If you know something about Jesus Christ and Christianity, what do you think about it? Where did Jesus come from? Jesus is not a man. He only took the form of a man. He is not a god. People made him a god. He is one of those who lived before you. He has brought you the knowledge that must grow. But people don't execute a lot of things but laugh. You can't do that. Those who sent Jesus thought in another way about people. Can you recommend something for self-curing and curing of others? You can cure when you know you can do it. You can't cure when you understand that it's no allowed. You need to ask, and then, if there is an answer, you can, but at least once you cannot. People get sick because they can't make themselves look like the world around them. Then the world does it for them. Disease is the help of the world, but people are very afraid of it. A person should not be treated, but explained how to sort out what he does not understand. You can't cut a man. This is very dangerous and wrong. All diseases can be cured without it. A person has words of illness. If you put them correctly, a disease disappears. These words can only be uttered by the person himself. If a person wants to cure himself, then he must believe in it and not think that the pills will do it for him. The medicine can be taken when the person is too weak, but it is better to try yourself. Not only tablets can be treated, but also the sun, pains, birds, and water. Here is a large list. What is needed becomes warm. Will changes take several years? Yes. But much more than scientists suggest. Will the changes start when Sasha and the other Indigos become adults? Yes. We need to grow. We are assisted by intermediaries who came earlier. Would it possible for people to go through the changes without the arrival of Indigo children? People are weak. We're here to help. We would like people to understand this. Will the changes relate to the outside world, or will they affect the people themselves, the physical body? How will this affect the body? First of all, the external world will change. Then people will change. Silicon will become the basis. People will gradually disappear. Will changes be experienced equally by people of different ages? It will be most difficult for the elderly. There will be very few of them left. Your knowledge will die with them. Once this happens, you will forget the past. Children will most easily survive what is happening. Their minds will be prepared. Who will the changes be easier for? Who is it more difficult for? The easiest way to change will be for those who can think and see what is alongside. This will be a lot. Those who think with the help of TV will be blind and it will be easy to deceive them. When will the flash occur? At the beginning of the changes or at the end? The flash will come at the beginning. What should I do to prepare for the changes? Do I need to store medicine and food, for example? There will be very little medicine and food. People will die quickly. There is not enough food on the earth, but it's not said about it. The food got nastier, it's bad. It is added something that gradually kills people. Will normal life take place during the changes, namely, will everything be the same as always? People will go to work, transport will work as usual, shops, schools, banks, hospitals, newspapers, etc., will work as always. During the main change, people's lives will be disrupted. Light will not be everywhere. People will work poorly. But in the beginning, this all will not be. In the end, it will become even more difficult. People will get sick and get burned. No one will need the money. You are going to change. Those who went to school will study at home if they can. People who will help others go through changes, will they feel each other and communicate with each other? These people will talk to each other in a distance. They already know how to do it. People don't understand this. What exactly will the changes affect? The person, the world? What exactly will change? Changes will affect the world first, then the humans. Life will change in the world, and then at the person. Why is a person constantly rushing around, looking for something, can't be happy here and now? What is the reason for this, and why is it so difficult to find internal agreement, and many do not achieve this in a lifetime? Humans feels bad because can't make friends. When you're friends, you don't want to do bad things, but a person does. Because of this, they don't talk to him much. People do the same to each other. They try to hurt and then smile. You can't do that. Many people like pain. While it is happening, humans will feel this pain inside. Will the flash come out from the sun? The flash will not come from the sun. The sun will only strengthen it with its power. Those people who will understand what is happening will also get burns and will be weak. Those who will understand will also get harmed but weaker, because they will be prepared in the mind. Their minds will remain strong, but they can get sick if they don't do everything right. Do Indigo have other bodies or will they get burned too? Indigo will be the hardest. They will have no other life. They should be very careful. Their burns will be the most painful if they get them. This will be due to the fact that they will be in the most difficult places. Is the future you're talking about fixed and unchangeable, or is it still undefined and can be changed? Can we choose our own future? The future of people exists. You can go each on its own path. Paths can be changed. Then people choose their future. When you leave the earth, you will understand what the future is and you will smile because it is simple. How to wake up? Will there be a global awakening in our lifetime? You can wake up starting listening to the world around you. This is not what is said on TV or on the radio. These are the voices of living people, animals, and in the forest. People will start waking up, in your lifetime, and so you will. What role does love play? Love will help you because you know it best. You need it. But you can love someone only really. Many parents may not like their children and then they become very ill. When will contact with extraterrestrial civilizations be? Extraterrestrial civilizations have already been on Earth for a long time. They are among people. You constantly communicate with them. They understand that. You don't. In order for you to understand everything, you need to stop being afraid and open your thoughts. Then the things that prevent you from seeing them will disappear. What does it mean to do everything right? Listen to messages from the world and understand them, be calm, know what is being said. Will people have new abilities during the changes? While the changes go, people will open up an exchange of thoughts at a distance. They will spend less time on the road. They will fly to Saturn. Will it be possible to grow plants, vegetables, and fruits after the flash? After the flash you will be able to grow what grows under the dome. Is it possible to specify which silicon there will be a lot of, ordinary or highly organized integrated circuits? Silicon will enter the human body. Blood and cells will leave the body. Are there 6 months before the flash? It will come more than in 6 months at the usual time. Is there a threat to life on Earth during the changes and the flash? Yes. People's minds will weaken. The plants will become poisonous. The water will be bad, dirty.